Will Smith has been trying to make one comeback after the other, but the reviews were simply terrible. From box office king to awkward cameos and KSI's YouTube challenges and posting meme-worthy songs. The spiral started at the 2022 Oscars where he shocked mainstream media by slapping comedian Chris Rock for a harmless joke made to his wife Jada.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. Alright? I'm out here. Richard. Oh, wow. Wow.
He laughed at the joke until Jada didn't, which made fans believe he only took offense when she did. People speculated that this might be Jada's doing. She might have bossed him around. Just 40 minutes later, Will won the Oscar for Best Actor. He immediately broke down in his speech. He was debating whether he should address the slap or not, but he indirectly did.
Richard Williams was a fierce defender of his family.
Just as this comment put it, those weren't tears of joy, those were tears of how the fuck am I going to get out of this one. His slap completely upended what should have been one of his greatest moments and one of the most successful movie star careers of the last 30 years. So what was supposed to be one of his greatest nights turned out to be his downfall because he thought it was funny, then saw she was mad and totally simped. Sad and pathetic. By the next day, it was already being parodied. It was no longer just a slap, it was the slap.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it.
Hey, I'll be right back, man.
Even Hollywood icons like Jim Carrey couldn't ignore the disaster.
I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
To better understand why this slap had this much impact, you have to understand that Will Smith was Hollywood royalty, the guy with the billion-dollar smile. After the Oscars incident, Will Smith shared one post where he publicly apologized to Chris Rock and then vanished. I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness. I would also like to apologize to the Academy, the producers of the show, all the attendees and everyone watching around the world. I would like to apologize to the Williams family and my King Richard family. I am a work in progress. Yet his fans certainly didn't buy it. No one needs 4 months to ready themselves for an apology. Over these 4 months, Will Smith has come to the hard realization, financially, that actions have consequences. That is the sole basis for his public apology. It's a public relations stunt to rebuild his tainted image. After this post, Will disappeared from the internet. Although his absence was obviously because of the incident, it still left fans wondering how Will, who was known for being active on social platforms, even spending his previous 5 years expanding his brand, is simply gone without warning. He had spent the previous 5 years transforming his YouTube channel into a personal brand machine, and suddenly all of it stopped. When he finally re-emerged, it felt weird. His first return came in the form of a YouTube video titled "It's Been a Minute." In the video, he's alone. He answers cherry-picked fan questions. He says sorry to Chris Rock and to the audience.
Why didn't you apologize to Chris in your acceptance speech? I was fogged out by that point. It's all fuzzy.
Criticism was met yet again. On YouTube, the comments under his apology pointed out how rehearsed it all seemed. Don't apologize to the public for what you did. Apologize to Chris for slapping him. To all the winners and presenters who got the spotlight taken away from them. To the Academy for not leaving the room and making the most awkward scene in TV history. And to all of us for dragging us yet again into your personal issues. Then came the second act in his comeback tour, a sit down with Trevor Noah. He cried, said it was childhood trauma, said a bunch of you-knows and was again called for the BS.
You're asking what did I learn, and it's that we just got to be nice to each other, man. You know, it's like, it's hard. And I guess the thing that was most painful for me is I took my hard and made it hard for other people, you know? Right. And it's like I understood the idea where they say hurt people,
Yeah.
You know,
No apology or regret, and a new world record for saying "you know" the most number of times in 5 minutes. Wiping a non-existent tear seriously showcases that this could be indeed done for the people to feel empathetic towards him. His apologies felt hollow, not because of the words, but because every camera was rolling just in time for his next film release, Emancipation. Nobody wanted to talk about the movie. Every interview circled back to the slap, with many fans speculating this was just another PR move, making his situation chronically worse. But just when the narrative around Will Smith began to stabilize, Jada Pinkett Smith reignited the flames with a memoir and a press tour that turned personal heartbreak into public confusion. In her book and subsequent interviews, Jada revealed that she and Will had been separated since 2016. 6 years of maintaining a united front, 6 years of showing up to premieres together, of projecting a relationship that, by her own admission, had ended behind the scenes. The perfect Hollywood marriage turned out to be fiction. For years, they sold the image of a power couple. Behind the scenes, it was already over. In one interview, Jada admitted she was shocked that Will referred to her as his wife that night because they hadn't used those terms in years. That single admission exploded across the internet.
What is going on? We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time. I'm like, what is going on right
keep
now?
my wife's name
out of your mouth, right? And I'm like, but now I'm really worried for Will because I don't know what's going on.
Fans, critics, and even celebrities began to speculate. Had Will Smith been fighting a battle no one else signed up for? Had the slap been more about years of personal hardships than a single tasteless joke? Will slapped Chris for a woman who wasn't even in his corner. The narrative flipped. Will wasn't just a man who snapped. The revelations made it harder to watch his interviews, his movies, even his apologies without a new lens. Is this a man trying to rebuild, or a man who never had solid ground to begin with?
You became the bad guy. Look what Jada made him do. Jada rolled her eyes and look what he did. He ran up there and hit Chris. Poor Will. That's what the narrative became.
Yeah, that narrative had more to do with the false narrative that I helped to create on the red table.
So poor Will because of the
adulterous wife.
Yeah.
Who forced him to go to the table and sit there, you know what I mean? And now look at what she's done. She has the power with an eye roll to make him go up and slap somebody on stage.
But now, he is taking a route with a specific narrative. I am the cool dad that knows all the memes and is up to date with this new generation. It reached a point where he even was on a KSI video of Try Not to Laugh.
How we doing, bro? Good to see you. Yeah, basically every time we laugh, we have to give, I believe, 650 pounds.
We have to give, or you have to give?
Well,
because that'll be
okay. It's me. Yeah.
It's yeah. So if I laugh, you have to pay.
I still pay.
But if his KSI cameo was awkward, his desperate return to music was worse, going from Hollywood royalty to releasing a flop song. This speaks volumes. This music video alone got people talking of how out of touch with reality he seems right now. With that being said, Will Smith isn't cancelled, but he's not a star either. He's something far sadder, forgotten. Maybe the slap didn't ruin Will Smith's career. Maybe it revealed it was already broken. And for a man who once ruled Hollywood, that might be the worst fate of all.